Hey everyone, in today's tutorial, we're going to create a glowing button hover effect that's going to add some serious flair to your website. Imagine a simple button transforming into something super interactive when hovered over. How cool is that? We'll be diving into HTML and CSS to bring this effect to life. No JavaScript today, but trust me, this effect will have all your visitors doing a double take. Plus, we'll be learning a bunch of styling techniques along the way, so you can apply them to any project. Stick around till the end, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button because, trust me, you don't want to miss what we've got next. Let's get started. Alright, let's start with the HTML. Now here's the thing. We're keeping it simple today. We're only adding the essential elements that will make this button shine. We move directly to the body section, where all the action happens. First, we add a button element. This is where the magic will happen. It's a basic HTML button, but don't let that fool you. Once we add some CSS, it will look anything but basic. And that's it for the HTML, just a single button. Sometimes simplicity is key. We've set up the basic structure for our glowing button. Now, let's see how it looks in the browser before we move on to styling it. Now let's dive into the CSS. We start by selecting the body element. We set the background color to this color to give a soft, light theme to the page. Now, we set the height to 100 VH to make sure it covers the full viewport height. We use display flex to easily center everything on the page. We set justify content to center to align the content horizontally. And we set align items to center to align the content vertically. Finally, we specify the font family to Poppins to give the text a modern, clean look. Now let's move on to the button element. We start by setting the padding to 1.3 em on the top and bottom, and 3 em on the left and right. This adds space inside the button. Next, we set the font size to 12 pixels for the text. We apply text transform uppercase to make the text all caps. We also add letter spacing to 2.5 pixel to spread out the letters. Then, we set the font weight to 500 to make the text bold. Next, we set the color of the text to black with this color, and the background color to white, so the button has a clean look. We remove the border with border none, and we give the button a rounded shape with border radius to 45 pixel. Next, we add a box shadow with 0 pixel horizontally, 5 pixel vertically, and 15 pixel of blur with a light black color, RGBA 0, 0, 0, 0.1. This creates a subtle shadow under the button to give it depth. We then add a transition effect to make the button smooth when hovered over. We set the transition property to all 0.3 SEs to control how quickly the button reacts to changes. We also set cursor pointer, which changes the cursor to a hand when hovering over the button. Finally, we remove the default outline with outline none. Now, let's move on to the hover effect. We create a hover effect by selecting the button hover. When the button is hovered over, we change the background color to this green color. We also change the box shadow to a larger one, 0 pixel horizontally, 15 pixel vertically, and 20 pixel of blur with RGBA 46, 229, 157, 0.4. This gives the button a glowing effect when you hover. We also change the color to white with color white, and we apply a transform property to move the button up by 7 pixel using translate y minus 7 pixel. This creates a smooth lift when hovering. Next, we add the active state. When the button is clicked, we select button active and apply a transform with translate y minus 1 pixel to make the button look like it's being pressed. Now that we've applied all the styles, our glowing button hover effect looks sleek and interactive with a smooth hover effect. That's all for today's project. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if it helped you out. And hey, ring that notification bell so you'll always be the first to know when we release new content. See you next time, and happy coding. Keep those buttons glowing.